we're just gonna read off some of these Reddit posts. Like, these are random, like it's just every direction you could think of. It's not gonna come from that direction.
Love it. I love it.
So first one, 1 hour ago. What does a blowjob feel like for a man?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Is that a good question? I mean,
I think it is. I mean, to me, giving a blowjob just personally is probably the most intimate, right? Like, I ain't just trying to throw a whole bunch of dick in my mouth, right? Like, that was never, to me, that is way more intimate. So, like, when I was younger and that started to be a thing in my life, I wanted to be good at it, right? If I was going to do it, I was going to be good at it.
Did you practice on anything?
I read tips. Right? Like, I read books.
Got you a little tips and tricks book?
I got a lot of tips and tricks, yeah. And I, put them into practice, and I never got a complaint.
Wow. Yeah.
But it is interesting from, a guy's point of view of what it does feel like, and if tips and tricks actually change anything or make that big of a difference.
Back when I was a kid, I had a PlayStation 1, and I used to go with my mom to this convenience store, and they had the PlayStation. Well, it was for all consoles, but they had the tips and tricks books, and like you could look up a certain game, and it would show you, like XX square R1. Like, it would give you kind of these cheat codes and tips and tricks and whatever to get through the game.
Nice.
So, yeah, it would be cool if we created like a tips and tricks book for whatever the fuck we were just talking about.
For like blowjobs?
Yeah. A tips and tricks book for blowjobs.
So, Rane, what does it feel like to get a blowjob?
I would say if you were to maybe if you were to take your ring finger and take your other hand.
Okay.
And so your ring finger on your right hand, or that's your ring finger. Oh no, that your pointer finger. My bad.
Yep. Okay. Pointer finger. I was like,
so you take your pointer finger, and then you take the other hand, and you just cover it in like Vaseline and lube and maybe a little warming stuff, to get the temperature right. And then you take that hand and you just glide over your pointer finger.
Okay.
So imagine, sloppy. Well, I guess it depends, on what you like. Right. But imagine like just a wet orifice just coming down on your pointer finger. That's what a blowjob feels like.
Now, okay, so then if she's doing something with like her tongue or whatever, right? Taking a tip and is doing something that she thinks is like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
Is it actually that much better, or can you even tell? Are you even noticing in that moment? Or are you just excited that some chick has your dick in her mouth?
I mean, it's all around. Everybody has their own style. Some mouths are softer than others, I would say. There's different techniques. I mean, I'm kind of
like I have a very small mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
A very small mouth. And I would actually get upset if the guy I was going to give a blowy to had a big dick because I felt like I couldn't do what I deemed my tricks were, right? Effectively,
You
right? Like
you you,
if I'm
you started in beginner mode, but you haven't, got up to pro yet.
right, right, because it's like, okay, I have a small mouth, and if I try to put a big old thing in my mouth, is it even going to are you even feeling it? Or can we just skip this part and just go to the penetration
If you have a
elsewhere?
if the mouth does not capacitate the whole,
There's like no room in the mouth,
you just start
right?
hitting scraping teeth.
Yeah,
You're
and then
raking the
you feel
leaves at
like
that point.
then I would feel like I'd only get like a few centimeters worth in there. So it's like just the tip, right? So it's like, you know, bless the women that have